Unit 5, Practice 2. Life in the U.S.
So tell me, is school really different in the U.S.?
Well, some things are different. For example, I used to go to school every day, just like I do here, but it's very different. In high school, there are so many social activities after school that I used to finish classes at 3, but I didn't used to get home until 6.
What kinds of activities did you use to do?
Well, I used to belong to the pep club. We used to meet after school a couple of times a week to make posters that we took to all the football, basketball, and baseball games. We always went to all the games to cheer for our team. I was also part of the Thespians.
The what?
The Thespians. It's a theatrical group. We used to perform plays at school. We usually did 3 plays a year.
That's interesting. I didn't know you liked to act.
Actually, I love to act.
And what about your classes? Were they easier or more difficult than the classes you take here?
The classes were similar, but we didn't have to buy any books or material for classes, like art or painting. The school used to give us all the books and materials that we needed.
I had no idea. I thought schools were the same everywhere. Well, it sounds like you enjoyed going to school there.
Yes, I really did. But at the same time, I missed my friends and family here.
Unit 5, In-Class Activity 1.
Hi, Grandpa. What are you doing?
Oh, hi, Tammy. I'm just looking at some old videos.
Who's that?
That's me. As you can see, I used to have more hair.
What are those things on your face?
Oh, those are glasses. Before artificial eyes were developed, people would wear special lenses to see.
Wow, they look really strange. Hey, what are those green things?
Those are trees.
Trees?
Yes, they used to be all over the planet, but they all disappeared before you were born.
What is that machine you're standing next to?
That? That's a car.
A car? But it looks so strange. It has round black things under it.
Those are tires. Cars didn't used to fly the way they do now.
They didn't fly? But how would people get from one place to another?
The cars would move along the ground on their wheels.
I can't imagine that. Who operated them?
People would drive themselves wherever they wanted to go.
Drive themselves? Why didn't they have the robots do it?
People didn't have robots back then.
No robots? But who would do all the work?
People used to have jobs. They would spend 8 hours or more every day doing the things they had to do.
Wow, Grandpa, the world sure used to be a strange place.
Unit 5, Practice 4. A Job Interview.
So, now, let's talk about your previous job, Joel. You worked at the Elton Academy for 5 years, isn't that right?
Yes, I used to teach several subjects in high school.
What subjects did you used to teach?
I used to teach social studies, U.S. history, and American government.
Oh, I understood you used to teach literature as well.
I would substitute for the English teacher on occasion, but I didn't teach literature.
What did you do when you were not teaching?
Kids had their lunch period at around noon. I would walk around the school to supervise the lunch period 3 times a week. The rest of the time, I would prepare classes, write reports, and meet with parents.
What kind of reports did you used to write?
I used to help immigrant children adapt to the American school system. I used to interview the children and their family members. I would monitor their progress at school and write reports about it.
Did you used to help them with their registration process?
No, I didn't have any administrative responsibilities at Elton.
Did you used to have a good relationship with the kids?
Oh, yes. On Wednesdays, we would meet with members of the student council, and I always had good communication with them.
One of your responsibilities here will be to help students so they can do well in school. Did you used to do that at Elton?
Yes, I did. I would always give extra classes after school. I would help students that didn't speak English well.
Okay, Joel. Now, let's talk about some other responsibilities you will have at Chatham Academy.
Unit 6, Practice 2. What's wrong with your hand?
Morning, Marty.
Morning, Dave. Listen, I left the Peterson report on your desk. Hey, what happened to your hand?
What do you mean?
Well, you have a bandage on it.
Oh, that. I cut myself this weekend.
How did you do that?
I went fishing with my kids at Lake Elsinore. My son Billy caught a fish, and I cut myself while I was cleaning it.
Gee, that's too bad. Did you see a doctor about it?
No, I took care of it myself. It wasn't that serious, so I just cleaned it and put this bandage on it.
Well, you should be careful. You don't want to get an infection. I cut myself last year, and the wound got so infected I had to go to the hospital.
Wow, what happened?
They had to drain it, and I had to take antibiotics for 2 weeks. It hurt a lot, too.
Well, I'm pretty sure I cleaned it properly.
Right. When was the last time you had a tetanus shot?
I don't remember. Why?
Oh, nothing. It's just that tetanus can be, fatal.
Ah, I didn't think of that. Listen, I'll be back in a minute.
Where are you going? The department meeting starts in 5 minutes.
I'm going to make an appointment to get a tetanus shot. I'll be right there.
Unit 6, Activity 2. Talking about Ringo.
Hi, Lindsay. Oh my God, what an adorable little puppy.
Thanks, Eleanor. He's really cute, isn't he?
He sure is. What kind is he?
He's a golden retriever. His name is Ringo. We named him after the drummer in my husband's favorite band.
Where did you get him?
You're not going to believe this, but somebody abandoned the little guy. I found him tied to a tree near our house. I went around the neighborhood to find his owner, but nobody knew anything about him.
I can't believe somebody did that to a puppy.
I know. He was really sick, too. I took him to the veterinarian, and she said she wasn't sure that he was going to survive.
What did you do?
Well, the doctor gave him several injections of antibiotics. We had to give him medicine for intestinal parasites. He also had a bad respiratory infection. He almost died.
Well, he looks pretty healthy now.
Oh, yes, and he's growing really quickly.
So, what are you going to do with him?
Well, at first we planned to give him away, but we decided that we're going to keep him. He's part of the family now.
Hola, buen día. Primero que nada, gracias por estar viendo este video, por tu tiempo, esta video presentación. Mi nombre es Isaac Badillo, asesor financiero con 10 años de carrera bancaria. Actualmente me especializo en el área de divisas, tipo de cambio, ofreciendo lo que son estrategias, herramientas y servicios para optimizar esos ejercicios, esas operaciones. ¿Cómo? Con posturas, órdenes en mercado, un sistema que se queda trabajando 5 días de la semana, los 24 horas que el mercado está activo. Análisis técnico, básicamente la verificación de gráfico para sacar tendencias, soportes y resistencias, ver probabilidades y pronósticos. Y administración de riesgos para administrar lo que es a un lapso de tiempo, proteger la tesorería de la empresa por la volatilidad de precios. Mi nombre es Isaac Badillo, gracias por mirar este video. Saludos.